It started with a warning about a window. I told myself it was a coincidence. Then he mentioned the lamp. 7 words. That's all it took. 7 words from a stranger on the internet. And I haven't felt truly alone in my own room since. I was 17 when it happened. Junior year of high school. The kind of year where everything feels urgent and nothing feels real at the same time. Exams, college applications, part-time jobs, social pressure. It all blurs together into this constant low hum of stress that follows you everywhere. Gaming was my escape. It had been since I was 12. There was something about logging in at the end of a long day and disappearing into a world where the only thing that mattered was the mission in front of you. No parents, no teachers, no deadlines, just you, your reflexes, and the game. I'd been playing online shooters seriously for about 3 years by that point. I had a decent rank, a small group of friends I played with regularly, a setup I'd saved up for over 2 summers, a monitor, a headset, a desk in the corner of my bedroom with a blue lamp my mom had given me the previous Christmas, because she said the overhead light was too harsh for my eyes. I never thought about that lamp. It was just there, part of the room, part of the routine. That Tuesday night, I sat down at my desk around 10:30. I had a history test the next morning on the causes of World War I that I absolutely had not studied for. My plan was to play 1 match, decompress, then actually open my textbook. That was the plan. You know how it goes. 1 match became 2. 2 became 4. By the time I looked at the clock, it was past 1 in the morning, and my textbook was still exactly where I'd left it. I told myself 1 more game, then bed. I queued for a match and got dropped into a lobby. Standard stuff. 8 players, random team assignments, 2-minute wait while everyone loaded in. I was checking my phone when I noticed the username in the player list. Not a gamer tag, not a nickname, just a sequence of numbers, 16 digits, no spaces, no pattern I could identify, no profile picture. And when I hovered over the account, 0 matches played. The account had been created that same day. I didn't think much of it. New accounts happen. Sometimes people make a second profile to reset their rank. I tabbed back in, and the match started. First thing I noticed, this player was good, not ranked good, not practiced good. Something else entirely. He moved through the map with a precision that felt algorithmic. He never wasted a step. He took angles that shouldn't have worked, and they always worked. He pre-aimed at doorways before anyone came through them. He rotated to positions seconds before the enemy pushed those exact spots. Our whole team was watching his kill cam after every round, just trying to figure out how he was doing it. Someone typed in the lobby chat that he had to be cheating. The numbered account didn't respond, just kept playing. We won that match easily. He had more kills than the rest of our team combined. The lobby stayed together for a second match. I was half paying attention, still thinking about how unnaturally precise that player had been. When the chat window opened, a message from the numbered account. It said, "You should close your bedroom window tonight. It's going to get cold." I read it twice. Then I typed back, "Wrong person, bro lol," because what else do you say? It had to be a mistake. Maybe he was in a party with someone and sent the message to the wrong chat. I flagged it as odd and moved on. Except I kept thinking about it because my window was open. I hadn't thought about it consciously, but I knew it was. I'd opened it after school because the afternoon had been warm and I'd forgotten to close it when the temperature dropped. I finished the match, stood up, walked to my window and looked out. Nothing there. Street was empty. I closed the window and locked it, and stood there for a second feeling faintly ridiculous. Then I sat back down. Coincidence. Had to be. Third match, same lobby. The numbered account was still there. We played. He was still impossibly precise, still silent. I'd almost convinced myself to forget the window comment by the time the match ended. Then the chat opened again. He typed, "The blue lamp in your room. Where did you get it?" I want to describe exactly what happened in my body when I read those words. It wasn't a jump scare kind of fear. It wasn't adrenaline. It was something slower and colder. Like something fundamental had shifted. Like the floor had moved an inch and my sense of balance hadn't caught up yet. The blue lamp was on my desk, right there, 2 feet to my left. My mom had bought it at a home goods store. I'd never photographed it, never mentioned it online. It wasn't near the window. It wasn't visible from outside. It wasn't something anyone should have been able to see or know about. And yet, I pushed back from my desk so fast my chair rolled into the wall behind me. I stood in the center of my room and looked at every corner. Closet. I pulled every hanging jacket aside. Under the bed. Nothing. Behind the door. Nothing. I went to the window again and looked out more carefully this time. Was someone in one of those windows across the road? With binoculars? At 1 in the morning? I went downstairs, checked the front door, dead bolted. Back door, locked and chained. Garage door, down and sealed. I checked every ground floor window. All closed. All locked. I turned on every light in the house and sat on the couch and did not go back upstairs for almost an hour. When I finally did go back up, I unplugged my monitor. I know that's not logical, but fear doesn't always speak the language of logic. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed with the overhead light on and listened to the house settle and thought about those 7 words until my alarm went off at 6:30. I failed my history test. That afternoon, I told my parents what had happened. My dad thought it was someone trolling. My mom called the police. An officer came by, walked around the outside of the house, and found nothing. No footprints under the window, no signs anyone had been on the property. He said it was most likely a lucky guess. I spent 3 hours going through every photo I'd ever posted, every profile picture, every background of every image. The lamp was not in a single one, not once. I deleted my gaming account that evening, made a new one 3 months later with a different email, different username, different everything. I told myself the chapter was closed. 6 months after that, I got a friend request. 0 matches played, no profile picture. A username that was 16 digits long, with no spaces, and no pattern I could identify. I stared at it for a long time. Then I declined it, blocked the account, reported it to the platform. But here's the thing that still gets me. And I've thought about this almost every day since it happened. I never figured out the lamp. I never found an explanation that actually held up. Every rational answer I came up with had a hole in it. And the human brain can handle a lot of things. It can rationalize. It can minimize. It can file things away in a drawer labeled probably nothing and leave them there for years. But every once in a while, late at night, when I'm sitting at my desk and the room is quiet, and the blue lamp is casting its light across the wall, I wonder if someone is still watching, and I wonder what they're waiting for.